We seriously got to talk about the Bay Area real estate because the Bay Area real estate is worth billions and billions of dollars. And we do have several regional banks in play. This is going to be a Bay Area, one of the most expensive real estate areas in the whole entire world. This is Silicon Valley, right? Everyone was trying to buy at least one property in Silicon Valley or the Bay Area back before the pandemic. But now, this is the place where nobody wants to buy property at. San Francisco, San Jose, and especially Oakland, real estate prices are just absolutely disgusting. Now, places like San Diego, Los Angeles are all pretty bad, but at least some of their luxury listings are actually going up in value. But we're seeing San Francisco's luxury listings being absolutely hammered, and we're seeing office real estate and even everyday regular residential real estate having some of the fattest price cuts you've ever seen. Like, for example, this unit, no way you will be able to get a unit like this within a garage for $1.5 million before the pandemic. Okay, this was easily like a $2 million unit for how big it is and for the location, which is a pretty decent location. And the unit itself is new construction. It's a boutique condo with a garage, and you get like, what is that, like a hot tub? That's pretty crazy. You get a hot tub, and it looks sleek and it looks nice, right? But like I said before, $1.5 million, they're not going to sell it. All right, they're not going to sell this for $1.5 million. It's been on the market for about 2 years already. It's built in 2021. Not a single person has caught this unit. And like I said before, everyone will probably buy it if it was below $1 million. But that's when the developer starts losing a lot of money. We're seeing whole entire boutique condos being foreclosed back to the lender because they literally couldn't sell a single unit. And when they try to sell the whole building, not a single person wanted either. So we were seeing luxury home prices. So not just regular homes, but the luxury ones, like the ones over $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, are posting double-digit drops in the Bay Area, despite several other locations like Miami, even Manhattan, having massive price increases, despite high interest rates and a higher unemployment rates, which is kind of meaning that we're going to a mild recession. So if you look at the Bay Area and Seattle, fell between 10 to 13% in the second quarter, more than anywhere else in the country, but San Francisco is literally ranked dead last among the top 50 cities of the US in terms of price increases. So San Francisco price did not increase, it actually fell. So the median sale price of luxury homes in San Francisco fell 12.7% year over year to $4.8 million in the second quarter, whereas a year earlier it was $5.5 million. And like I said before, some areas luxury listings are hitting like 6.5, even $7 million on average, but now it's 4.8. And yes, 4.8 is still crazy high expensive, but just wait a little bit and we could be seeing that 4.8 become 3.8 and then 2.8. And like I said before, nobody's buying these homes. There's more and more homes on the market, and let me give you guys good evidence about why there are no homes. We're seeing some of the biggest construction projects in San Francisco being canceled. Usually construction projects like these, like Hayes Point, a whole entire skyscraper of hundreds of thousands of square feet of condos, hotels, and offices. When someone gets the green light for rare projects like these, they usually start building right away. But Hayes Point has literally canceled the project. They don't actually want to build this anymore because they're saying all the buildings around it are facing foreclosure. Like this building right here. You see this building with my mouse cursor is at? That's NEMA, right next to the Twitter headquarters. These guys are about to foreclose on a $400 million luxury apartment building in San Francisco around this area. And we're seeing several other buildings doing the same thing. And one of the reasons why is there's just high homelessness, high crime, insane shoplifting. Mom and pop stores just can't survive in a place like this. We're seeing big tech companies also moving out because of how crazy San Francisco is. Same thing with Oakland. Like when you're living in a place where car theft is the highest in the country, it's not really the place where you want to live, work, and buy expensive real estate. And this is why real estate prices are continuing to go down. And even today, this is 2023, we're going to 2024. We're already seeing all-time high prices for several cities in the Midwest. We're seeing all-time high prices for Manhattan, Brooklyn, Miami, Tampa, Orlando, but we're not seeing all-time high prices for a lot of the cities on the West Coast. Seattle's taking a beating, but not as bad as the Bay Area. Bay Area is taking some of the fattest hits I've ever seen. And like I said before, intensive crime, right? Lots of crime, lots of robberies, and the law being way too lenient to criminals. And things like this, somebody could just call the cops. The cops would not even care. Like, that guy in the back walking is like, yep, just another day in San Francisco. And check this out, all sort of shoplifting. If you shoplift less than $950, it's just a misdemeanor. And yeah, I mean, everyone's just bold. At this point, why even bother buying things when you're in San Francisco? People are like, why even bother buying groceries and buying items when you could just steal them? And we're also seeing like intensive fentanyl use, okay? Overdoses everywhere constantly. It's insane. Like, this city is crazy. You don't want to live here. Seriously. You don't even want to go to vacation here. Bay Area has nation's fastest drop in real estate values, but it's still not a buyer's market. Absolutely not. It's going to continue to keep dropping, especially the Feds are increasing rates once again. And you might not believe me. Oh, the Feds probably won't hike up rates. Yes, they would. Okay. The reason why is inflation numbers have been going up for 2 consecutive months, and it will be 3 consecutive months very soon. We're also seeing oil prices becoming very expensive, especially the guys living in California and New Jersey. You probably have noticed oil prices going absolutely crazy because it's now $91 to $93 per barrel. This is almost at all-time high oil prices. When it hits $100 a barrel, everything's going to be really expensive. Get ready for like $15 Chipotle bowls. So right now, the Federal Reserve is also saying, okay, so we're seeing increased inflation. The economy is still kind of hot. Let's hike up rates a few more times. They might not hike up this week, but they're going to hike up next week. And they're going to hike up next month. And then next year. They're going to keep doing it until they get inflation down to 2%, which are going to cause a massive decrease of the economic situation. Right now, everyone is talking about how there's going to be a mild recession simply because the Feds are going to be relentlessly hiking up rates like a madman. And if you also look at some of these numbers, like the San Francisco metro area's new construction is at a decline, and it just shows you that the real estate situation is so bad. In my city, for example, we don't have that many people. It's less than 500,000 people, but still a good city. We have a massive inflow of people from California, surprisingly. We're actually getting a lot of construction. Every single suburban house here that's being built automatically gets bought up, like even before it starts building. Like, every single lot gets bought up. The moment when like a condo starts for sale, every single condo gets sold out within a week. The real estate here is crazy. Everyone wants a home, and every single time when there's a retail space, it automatically gets rented out. That is what I call a good city. San Francisco is not a good city, especially construction is on the decline, and it's going to decline even more. If you look at what's going on here in the past 2 quarters, which is like roughly 180 days, San Francisco typically makes about 1,500 apartments. And that was before the pandemic. Now they've made only 200 apartments for this year. And this shows you most construction companies have left San Francisco. It's not just because of the high interest rates, right? That does play a role, don't get me wrong. But also, it's just a bad situation. Like, this city is just pretty terrible. You got high homelessness, high crime, tents everywhere. Apparently, tent sweeps are illegal. So if you own like apartment complex here, well, good luck. You're not getting tenants, and you're not getting business. You're probably going to have to foreclose the building. So this is what's going on. And we're going to be seeing more of this. And by the way, small regional banks are going to be taking some of the biggest hits. So the whole banking situation isn't over just yet.